Get Marty. Check out, go to kdkradio.com. You'll see at the top of the page, Get Marty. Click on it. Check out this piece on Rue 21. So Rue 21 is a clothing chain based here. Really takes care of the teens, everything. They gave boys and girls clubs about 500 to 600,000 items. I'm not kidding. 5 to 600,000. I mean, it's Christmas right now. And I mean, everything from backpacks to shoes to clothes, knickknacks, jewelry, hats, gloves. Amazing. I was out there in the middle of it. You want to see it, go to the page, kdkradio.com. You'll see at the top. Click on Get Marty. We're there. We're all over it. In the middle of this, they've got this massive gym full of this stuff, pallets of it. And they've got amazing volunteers organizing it. But they got to get it from point A to point B. So one of the most generous men from one of the greatest companies I've ever seen, ever, Pitt, Ohio, Chuck Hamill, legend Chuck Hamill. If I'm lying, I'm dying. I sent Chuck an email. Let's say I sent it to him at 11 o'clock, late last week. Hey, Chuck. And then I sent him an email from the Boys and Girls Clubs, and I said, can you help move all of this stuff from point A to point B with your trucks within a minute? Yeah, sure, Marty. Yeah, let's go. Seriously. It's the amazement. It just blows me away. This town, the greatness out there, the kindness, and the capacity for a company like Pitt, Ohio to care. And the man, the legendary Chuck Hamill, and Brad Caven with Pitt, Ohio, fits right into that mold. Unbelievably active, unbelievably passionate about making a difference. And he joins us. Hey, Brad, how are you today, my man?
I'm good, Marty. How are you?
Well, let's get this out there. If you work at Pitt, Ohio, you care about people or you're not going to be working there long, right?
Oh, you're absolutely right. And as you said very eloquently, Marty, it starts right at the top of our company.
I mean, you have a lot going on yourself. You're deeply involved with the police chief of Pittsburgh, and he's a great man, and he's done great things for Special Olympics. So you've got this in your blood as well, don't you, sir?
I do. I serve on the state board of the Special Olympics, along with the chief of police that you're referring to. Yes.
Amazing, and I love it. So, I mean, I told you how it went down. Email to Chuck 5 minutes later, done deal. Tell our listeners what Pitt, Ohio is going to do for the Boys and Girls Clubs today, in the coming days.
Well, actually, you're right, Marty. Today, we sent multiple vehicles over to the Boys and Girls Club over in McKees Rocks and made a pickup of roughly 20 pallets over there today. We're going to be distributing that to 3 of the different clubhouses tomorrow, and then we'll return back next week for another 20-some pallets, and we'll deliver those to a couple more clubhouses next week as well.
Brad, that's amazing. A pallet is a lot of stuff, just so folks know that, right, Brad?
Absolutely. You're talking about a 4x4 pallet, upwards of 8 foot high, of different boxes of different material, as you said, that covers everything from clothing to jewelry to coats to everything.
Brad, did it kind of blow you away when you heard that Route 21 gave them 500,000 to 600,000 items to give away, sir?
Yes, it did. It's extremely generous, but as you said, it's the Pittsburgh community. It doesn't surprise me from that aspect. I moved here roughly 14 years ago, and it has never failed to amaze me how giving and how generous the community is.
It's amazing. And when you step up and do this, it's kind of the natural continuation of a process that Chuck has started years and years ago. You kind of buy into this at Pitt, Ohio. This is just one of 1,000 things that you have done, that Chuck has done over the years, and it's kind of ingrained in the culture there, and it just feels good, doesn't it, sir?
It does. It is truly part of our DNA. It's always been part of Pitt, Ohio, and again, it starts with Chuck, but it resonates through the organization all the way down. It's part of our mission statement, talks about people-driven, and that doesn't just apply to our people. It applies to the community and the people in our community, and we certainly outreach to a lot of those organizations.
It's fantastic, man. What you're doing is amazing. It's an amazing gesture, and what's amazing to me is you acted like, bam! I mean, you pivoted fast. How does that happen, Brad?
Honestly, again, it goes back to Chuck, and Chuck will never tell me that we're doing something. He'll ask me if we have the resources and capabilities of doing it, but I also know what that means, and that means that we're going to do it. So, I reached out to our manager in our Pittsburgh facility, and he knows he needs to make those resources available.
Brad, you're the man. I'm so grateful for your time. I'm so great. Did you see all this stuff, by the way? Did you end up over there at that gym where they're storing it? Did you see the magnitude of this?
I have not seen it, but I've seen pictures of it, Marty. It's phenomenal.
It is,
really, truly is.
Well, I love how you make a difference, and I love your involvement with the Special Olympics. Obviously, you get it like the rest of us, and I couldn't be more grateful. At a time when we get this impression, Brad, that America is so divided, I don't buy that because I'm out there in the middle of it, and I see this greatness. Do you know what I'm saying?
I agree with you 1,000%, Marty. We live in communities, and our communities are very strong.
Yeah. Brad, you're my man. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Marty.